Hello Scorpio, my name is Agatha. This is the tarot reading for March 2019. It's a very general reading. If you like your own personal consultation, write to dunyazade@gmail.com and I'd be delighted to work with you. This month I'm going to use the spell Caster's Tarot and I already have the cards. This is going to be a 3-card reading. This is going to be beginning, middle and end of the month, or you can read it as a unified energy throughout the month. The first card that you got, Scorpio, was the Tower. I know, I'm sorry. So for some of you, there might be some sort of, a falling of old structures that no longer serve you. It doesn't matter if you like it or not. I'm sorry to tell you. So it could be that, and because the other cards that you got were the Knight of Pentacles, and then finally the Two of Pentacles. This falling down of structures in your life might be connected with your money life or with your work life. Okay, there's something that's no longer working, that's coming to an end in a very emotional sort of way, I would say, for some of you. So some of you might be connected with money, connected with work. Okay, so you might be being fired. I really hope that's not the case, especially because I'm Scorpio rising and I do not like this reading. Okay, I already had a bad reading in Leo, and now my sun is in Leo, so I was expecting something better in Scorpio, and that's not happening. So it is and it isn't. So it's like something not nice might happen for some of you in the beginning of the month. So something to do with work, money. It might be unexpectedly, let go. For whatever reason. If there is a reason, maybe they will tell you that because of the Knight of Pentacles, they will tell you you are too slow in your work assignments, and because the Knight of Pentacles usually is a very slow type of card, because it really likes to analyze everything in a very detailed, oriented sort of manner, and maybe this is what they will tell you. You're very slow, we need to let you go. Or it could be that that's not what's happening. There's a person in your, let's say if you work in your company, and this person might be around the age of 30, could be even older, but it's a very detailed oriented sort of person. He or she might be from a earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn or Taurus, and they are slow paced. Oh my god, they like to look at every tiny little detail. They're very loyal also. They are the type of person who always shows up, very modest, very reliable, but they're slow, but you can always count on this person. Let's say this person gets sick, gets ill, with the Tower, or has some sort of accident. I really hope that's not the case. Suddenly you realize how important this person was, Scorpio. You realize that what he or she kept in check was exactly what was needed to keep in check in order to keep the company in which you work afloat. It's like one person is lost and the whole company just falls down. It feels like that, and this is why your work is at stake, because this one person couldn't be there anymore, something like that. Or like I said, you might be losing your job. I really hope that's not the case. Or it has something with your health, maybe you don't get fired or anything like that, but there's a health scare. And I'm thinking, I'm not telling you this is going to happen, I'm just giving you an example. I'm thinking something connected with, let's say, heart attack. I'm not saying that's happening, but it kind of feels like a heart attack, but maybe it's not. It's like a disruption in your heart. And I'm looking at this is not the thunder, the lightning. It's like lightning, electricity in your body, unregulated electricity in your body, arrhythmia in your heart. I don't know, something like that. And there's like a very, I would say, severe health scare. And suddenly you are told you have to walk slowly, you have to take care of yourself, you have to mind what you eat. Knight of Pentacles. This loyalty, this looking at every single tiny little detail is from you towards you. So you have to be loyal towards you. You have to start behaving in a different sort of manner, Scorpio, if you already don't do that. And if you have to look at what you're eating, you have to look at how you're behaving, how you're feeling, in order to deal with this health scare. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to give you another example. Again, I really hope that this is not the case. Diabetes, again, I really hope that's not the case. And I don't like this because I'm a Scorpio rising, like I said. So I don't like this. So it could be a health scare that makes you really, it forces you to eliminate stress and to pace yourself and do things slowly. And in a slowly get the job done, and to analyze and stop before you go at it, okay? Like I said, something to connected with your job. Now, if this is not happening to you, it might be happening to someone close to you. It could even be someone young or someone from an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. This is sun, moon, or rising. And you have to take care of this person. And you doing it by checking what they eat, by giving them medication at the right time, in the right amounts, and like you're the reliable person to whom they can turn to in order to get better, to get healed. So I don't know what this is. This could be like also you lose your job, okay? So suddenly you have to mind your spending. So suddenly you have to look at every single tiny little expense and where the money goes. And you look at it in a very concise sort of way, and you see what you're spending, what needs to be spent, what can be cut. Or you go immediately after a new job, and you do it in a very detailed, conscientious sort of manner. So it's like you analyze things before you send out your resume or something like that, or you rewrite your CV, but you go about searching for a new job like immediately, or what else. And whatever this crisis is, you go about to mend it as best you can possibly do it, again, in a very detailed sort of manner. Like, people will look at you to heal this, to take care of this crisis, whatever it is. Okay? This could even be, I really hope that's not the case, oh my god. You know what I just thought? This could even be an earthquake. Oh my god. Again, I really hope that's not the case. Imagine that something happens in the place where you work, and now you don't have a job because the place where you work just had some sort of damage, and just, I don't know, maybe there was an earthquake and no one was there, when this happened, and there's no longer a building for you to work in, and and you go about doing the things that you can do. Do you understand? So you would be like a very quiet sort of hero, quiet and modest, and slow paced, kind of, yeah, like the reliable person. Then at the end of the month, you have the Two of Pentacles. This tells me about that you're really conscientious, you're conscious, that you're really, there's some sort of material instability, just like problems with money. There's not enough money, and you need to know exactly where the money is. However, in this card, this guy is not exactly worried. He knows where the money is. He knows that he has this money. No, one pentacle is holding it, and the other pentacle is still up in the air, but he's looking at it, and you know where this pentacle is going to land. It's going to land in his hand. And there's not really truly instability, because the way in which he's standing on a log, but there's no true instability. I mean, to me, he's quite stable. And another thing, behind him there's the sea. And usually in traditional decks, the Two of Pentacles, the sea behind this man, behind this juggler, is quite unstable. Not in this case. This sea is quite stable, and you see the boats there. There's nothing wrong with the boats. They're like completely still. So there's no instability because he got to work immediately before. You know, the Knight of Pentacles got to work on the things that he could work on, and he sorted out the damage that he could sort out. Therefore, he knows exactly what he's spending, and he knows exactly the money that he's got and the money that's coming to him. So it's kind of okay. There's no emotional instability, because even though the money isn't all there, you know that he has money coming in. Okay. So plus there's another thing. You see here the dog. The dog has something holding in his mouth. The dog is bringing him food. I would say this is food. Okay, this is lunch. To me, this is a loyal friend. A loyal friend that is it's coming to bring him lunch. That's how I see it. And the dog, I don't know if you can see it, but the dog is looking at the pentacle up in the air. The dog wants to play. The dog is bringing him food, and then the reward of this dog is that he'll get to play. So I'm thinking the following. You, Scorpio, at the end of the month, you'll understand that you'll have to devote time to work, devote time to look at the money, but you have to also devote time to relax. Just relax. Okay? And to play with your pets, and to play with your kids if you have kids, and to devote yourself to some sort of hobby. You have to make time for yourself in order to heal, in order to be better, in order to get away from this tower event sort of moment. I don't know what it is. If it's health matters, you will do exactly. You know exactly what to do. You know that you have to pace yourself. You have to analyze things in a very critical way, using your critical mind. You know that whatever you can do, you will do it. Whatever you cannot do, you cannot worry about it. And you have to devote time for yourself, to relax, to play. You have to play in order to feel better, especially if this is a health sort of issue. Another thing, you see the thing on top of his head. I don't know how to call this. In Portuguese, it's barrete. It's like a hat. There's the yin and yang symbol. I don't know if you can see it. Yin. That's exactly what I'm saying. Yin and yang. You have to be in balance. You have to be in balance. You have to balance yourself, Scorpio. There's something that might happen that will completely unbalance you, and you have to find a way, a manner, and I think you will, to balance yourself emotionally inside of you. Okay? And one way of doing that is devote time to play. Okay? Okay, Scorpio? So, Scorpio, this is the reading that I have for you. Whatever happens, you can get out of it. You can deal with it in a very healthy sort of way. Okay? And I really do hope that in spite of it all, you do have a great month. Okay, Scorpio? Bye-bye.